Hi, it's part two of the video, and oh boy, I got fuzz in my hair, fuzz hair. Um, for brush bars, these things actually lasted pretty long. Well, it's the power head. You only use this for the steps, but even the steps is pretty yucky. I mean, if it built up all this crap over the years with the steps, then I mean this power ball is all that's left of the this whisper tone Hoover, a relic from the '90s. So I think everyone's going canister these days. Maybe I'll go to a hardware store and find something I can use this as a pick, a claw pick, so I can just. Next time I go to the hardware store when I get my torque screw. I don't think we have a torque screw in the house. I can ask my dad, but I don't think he remembers. Get a nice relaxing torque screw. I'll be able to scrape all the shit off and. Okay, so this thing is still wet, so I'm not going to put it back together yet. I don't smell anything. Maybe spray the inside of it with WD-40. Cover your eyes. This has a little gear on top of it too. So you can see a little gear, the little gear there. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna spray that. Okay. Uh-oh. Maybe hammer it in. 1, 2, 3, go! Uh-oh. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Get the hammer? Yeah, let's get the hammer. My daddy's old hammer here. WD-40 to the side. This has all the screws in it, so be careful. Otherwise, we will never get this thing back together again, and my mom will give me shit for taking things apart. Alright, let's just show you what we're doing here. Lightly tap it. There we go, good as new. So let's reinstall this into the power head. Well, not entirely dry dam enough, so. Okay, so I think this goes onto here like so. This also goes onto here like so. Whoa. See, now it's nice and clean. The sink is reassembled with the power plug in there. These things are all nicely tucked away in here forever. There. So I prevented this thing from going to machine hala in a very long time. Machine hala. And then this is this elastic band. Maybe we can also spray the top here as well. Spray the top there with WD-40. Keep this thing lubricated. So I sprayed both sides of this WD-40. Maybe this thing will spin better. WD-40 fixes everything. Maybe I'll invent the next WD-40-ish like machine. Plus, we're gonna take a nice wet wipe and swipe at everything. I should have just taken a wet wipe and just wiped the insides of this instead of rinsing off water. Uh oh, what the? That's my favorite. That's my favorite word. Huh? Suburban Nightman says "uh oh" a lot. There. So my greatest worry is that maybe just smear some of the WD-40 on the side to see where the rubber band will eventually hit. Maybe just lubricate that a little bit. Let's get WD-40 on our finger here. Oh wait, I'll get WD-40 the Q-tip, and I can just spread it. That way, the elastic band can continue to spin. Throw that away. Where's my elastic band? Okay, who took the elastic band? We need that. It's the air intake manifold. It's the air suckage manifold. I gotta find where I threw that rubber band. Fuck off, WD-40. Shit. These stinking useless pens. Pen this, pen that, pen that, pen. Okay. Well, that rubber band is a very important piece because that's actually what connects the power head to the motor head to the brush power bar. So the power bar now is spinning very freely spinning. So here it is. What's on top of it? Okay, we're gonna reinstall that. Maybe I'll spray the spray this down as well. Move everything out of the way because I also live here, so I also eat up here too. So use my fingers to just totally lubricate that. Okay. It's smelling fresh like WD-40 in here. Like I said, this is my study room. This is my study room. This is my eating room. So I eat snacks up here, chips and stuff, and yogurts and foods, and after study. This is the nerve center of my little business empire I got going eventually. The beginnings of it, anyways. I've been moving to bigger and better pastures. Now, there's a little groove here. There's a little slottage there. You can just put that in here. This holds it in place. Okay. When you install the elastic band that's been nicely lubricated. I can't remember. Aha. Okay. Oh, pop this fucker up. Shit. Come on. Both sides have been lubricated. There we go. I'm sure that also there seems to be a slot here. See where this has a slide event, and this has a little groove we can put there. Oh, this here, I'll show you. This here has a line in the middle, and two lines there. And two lines to hold it to guide the bar in, to guide this in. And that's a little slot there, so you just slant it in there. All right. So what I'm doing here is this. See this plate here, this metal plate here. We want to rest this thing here. I remember. So I found out because this slipped. This slipped its notch. So I'm going to assume that maybe a year or so. You do this work every 2 years, and then you keep this thing running, and then you won't have any problems. This thing can last. But this thing has not been cleaned in 20 years, so hopefully it won't be as dirty as before. And then also, if you gotta eat and live up here, then just live in your workspace. Then just grab a what do you want to grab? You want to grab it. Okay, get your ass in there. Oh, okay. Okay, that didn't work. This power bar sometimes it's a real shit to work with. Makes you wish you had a three-handed alien, no? Guess that doesn't go there, then I guess it goes. Maybe it goes in between. Maybe it goes in between. Make sure it's all one direction too, like not twisted up. Maybe it's all just one direction. Or maybe there. Ah, there we go. That seems more right. It seems like a more right place to put it. Maybe grab this guy here and just lightly slide it over. Nope, not even close. I had it right the first time. Oh, Jesus, Mary, what the hell? Why is everything in life have to be so fucking hard? There we go. Okay, how's this thing go on? This thing goes on like this, okay. Okay, it goes in like that. We put the screws down. Well, let's just put the casing down first so we can figure out where the fuck this thing goes. And then, so now that all the machines have been cleaned up inside, let's seal it off forever, like on Indiana Jones, you know, one of those temple ceilings forever. And here what we're doing is we're just lining everything up and screwing everything in there. Aligning all the components, screwing this thing in there, and now we gotta want to, with cars, especially with cars, we want to try and go across and across like that. You can't just go one in a row, because that's not the way these things are designed to go. And try to go in as straight as possible also. So we don't like put too much pressure and torque on the housing, because this is old plastic. So this is like ancient plastic. So who knows how much heat and elements have messed it up. And then we'll go like one more time. Oh. Well, it's something I want to do first thing in the morning. I was supposed to help my mom do some vacuum or do some lawn mowing, but she got the lawn mowing mostly done during the morning time, and so I decided just to maintain some of her equipment and vacuum. So we crazy glued the filter. We fixed the power head, so this thing should be running. This thing should be running well, and this is good for the cars too. This is good for your car too. In case you just don't want to set bit of a power head there. In case you don't want to use your nice home vacuum for your indoor, then this is good for this is good. Oh shit! What the hell? Why is it not flushing? We want this thing as flush as possible because if we don't, little dust gaps will get into the machinery. This housing is to protect the it's not flush. It's a little gap there. So we want to figure out why there's a little gap there. Maybe I put this thing back in the wrong direction, wrong order. So D40 is now officially off my hands. So I'm gonna grab some a rag also there to clean up W40 and. You want to try and make sure that your machines are repaired properly, otherwise you lose an important lifeline in your house. You know, something that keeps your house tidy and clean and makes you enjoy life in your house, in your home. So that's why I'm trying to keep my license running as long as possible, because you know eventually it'll break down, because all machines do, but. So we want to make sure that we know what we're doing and we can repair our machines properly. Most peculiar. Very, very peculiar. Oh, it's not flush enough, that's why. Alright, let's get the hammer in there again and really this up and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be able to fit your finger under there and fit your finger under there. So seems still covered in slime, right? Good. Slime quickly evaporated, so. I was having lots of problems with like I said, I was having lots of problems with the power bar. I mean, it'll stop occasionally, and it'll pick up again. So hopefully this helps. Get in there, yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh shit! I gotta unplug this fucker. SOB. Oh, this piece of hair lint. I don't want that thing. I want this thing as pure as snow, and I don't need to change this. I'm an addiction study, so I'm supposed to be against that. I put the corners in there. Make sure it's all flush, like really flush. So why it's not flush? I don't understand why not. All the plugs are in the right place. Maybe this is in there. Maybe that's in the wrong place. maybe it doesn't go all the way. Maybe there's supposed to be a gap there. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably supposed to be a gap. I think that's probably supposed to be a gap there. So I'm pushing this up against. I'm pushing this up against the screw holes and the screw bore holes and. Okay, whatever. All right, close her up. Make sure it's nice and flush. Next time I take over my brother's apartment to look after the cat, I am going to do something very fun for his vacuum cleaner. I'm going to clean it out because I want to keep his machines running, and it's also for environmental purposes. Because the more we preserve, more we keep our shit running, then the less we waste resources, right? Yeah, I guess that's as tight as it will ever get. Now, where does this belt go, though? So you clean the inside, you clean the outside. The inside is clean. This is going to be a good way to clean the out. This is going to motor to the stairs. Okay, so now it's going to be really tricky to get this into there. Not there, into here. There we go. Okay. Now we find a little button. Button, who has a button? Go easy on the housing because this is important to. This is ancient plastic and this is very, very thin plastic, so we'll test it to see if it runs. I'll be right back. apparently it's a big success. Apparently it's a big success. It works. So we can put this away. We can put these guys away as well. Oh, the machine works well. Works now. And it seems to work even better. I got all the dirt and all that grime. So wherever lost into the pit of despair there. Yep. All the sooty Q-tips are, So that's machinery, and that's an old 90s piece of technology that's obsolete. I don't think there's parts anymore for it. So if you have an old power head, we lost the main vacuum, the main vacuum's head, but we have the power head of the we have the powermate, so that the little power head works still. And sort of like how on Archie's where the blossoms have to move to a different house or something. Have to move to a smaller house, or maybe on Back to the Future where Doc Brown burns his house down, and all he has to do is live in his garage now. And he burnt his main house down, and all that's left of this house. This is a small pool house kind of a thing. He has to live in there now, and well, it still runs. So we'll see. We'll keep working on it every 2 years to see how well it handles its stuff. We'll take apart the torque head as well, and I anticipate living here for at least a short while longer as well, before I start really saving up for a place of my own. And by then, I don't think we'll have. I think the next project is. I don't know if my mom is trying to get rid of the carpet here, but for now the carpet stays. I think the next plan is to get rid of the old furnace because she's able to qualify for a rebate, like a senior's rebate for that. And then in the meantime, I'll continue going to school, continuing to work part-time, and slowly build up my identity here on the YouTube. Samaritan's Purse. I got this when I was a few years ago during the flood time. So this is one of my Destiny as one of my work shirts. I'll definitely be wearing this. Definitely, we'd be wearing this to volunteer down in the States when I volunteer for the lower 9. I get some of the houses up back online instead of gentrification of the. So we're going to go and finish vacuuming the carpet, the carpet up the stairs. It's running now. So okay, that's how you just basically look for easy fixes. You don't want to really take apart the machine, like the whole machine, and do some easy fixes. And see, this is all like years, and all this black stuff is years and years of grime that somehow turned into somehow liquefied. So I'm now going to have to scrub this off my fingers and put away the WD-40, and but that's what we're doing. And then tidy up the desk, tidy up the room. I do this every football season too. Every new sports season, there's a football season and there's a hockey season, and then I also try to do this every 3 months. Try to get the house clean every 3 months and stuff. But try to do a really big one. Just to welcome in the new school season, or every time there's a new thing going on. I totally get my head shaved and get a haircut and trim my nails and just total grooming, and keep your house clean. Keep your house clean. It keeps the fungoid infections down. Keep your machines clean as well. Just grab some Q-tips, go into the vents, just scrub it out, or get a wire. You can also get a toothbrush, a wire. Toothbrushes may not fit, but you can go to probably a hardware store and just ask for a wire, a tiny little wire brush. Also wear a mask too. I forgot to wear a mask this time, and who knows what I've been breathing in. But this kind of shows you the symbiotic relationship between you and the dust mites. The dust mites eat all the fungoid infections, all the mold bacteria that we cough out, that we track in. Especially if you're a pet, you with outdoor pets. I'm going to have some outdoor pets. I'm going to attach RDF chips to them and GPS them, figure out where the fuck they are in the house, and in the totally chip them up, and uh, they go and explore the neighborhood. But the thing is, when they're outdoors, when you have outdoor pets, they tend to attract more other wildlife to attack them and stuff. So you're increasing the risk of although they aren't able to defend themselves, they are animals. But and also you might not be wanting to know where the fuck they've been playing all night, all day, all night, especially during daytime. Uh, you can't really have unleashed pets. Unleashed cats maybe, because let them roam around the neighborhood, and they'll hopefully eventually come back home. And or you can have them indoors and safely still, and have them outdoors occasionally, and then have them indoors. And but we go on the C train, we're covered in alcohol or soda pop, throw up, whatever the hell people have been drinking, smoking, and we quite tracked in that kind of a dirt. Especially the more dirtier city, the more larger city you live in, you got people smoking, and you know, you even maybe they spill coffee on you. Maybe you're walking, spill coffee on you, and you bring all that jazz into the house, and all that dirt into the house, and you're gardening, and if you're going outdoors, if you're in scouts or something, or in your army, or you're a hiker, and you bring in all tracking all that grime. So I myself am fascinated with grime. I know I'm sick, but I am fascinated with grime since I was a little kid. I come back home with a sandbox and take a nice shower, and have all this silt on the bottom, and you just basically just hit the shower and stuff. And I'm glad that the city can take away like 90% of that stuff, and some of it do get through. So, but that's life. That's what we get for living in this big city, and we get sick, but we also adapt. And even like I mean, that's life living in a big city. So keep your machines clean, and it'll help keep your house clean as well. So I'm glad I'm glad I'm finally able to master this art of household repair. And okay, so that's another thing I'm useful for, honey. So that's also these messages for my wife and for the kids in the future. And I'm sure you kids have robots in the future to do this shit. Roomba bots to do this in the future. But this is how we lived. This is how we lived in the '80s. We figured out that we can eliminate at least part of the problem. And your machines won't last forever. So if you can, take apart your laptop, or take apart your Roomba, and just clean out the insides and stuff, and it should run properly. Anyways, thank you for watching our show. We're gonna be right back. Thanks you.